Hi, it's Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 191. Thanks so much for inviting me over. I hope you're having a super fantastic day. It is beginning of July. Like, when did that happen? Well, it happened today. I'm filming this on a Thursday. I want to say July 2nd. Anyway, it's going to be coming out on Sunday, so yay for that. Now, I have a whole bunch in store for you today. It's been a while since we've just had a chin wag, as Jill calls it, but as we just hung out and talked about crochet, and some family updates as well. So we're going to start out with finished objects, which I have a lot. So starting out with my 3-border wind spinner pattern. That was my first wind spinner pattern. It is still coming out. It's filmed and ready. I just have to write the pattern, but I'll explain why. There's not much time right now, but they're really cool. So you have 3 different borders. So just a flat border, there is a picot border, and there is a single crochet chain one, kind of a bit lumpier, faster border. Also uses a little bit less yarn. So depending on your stash busting, you have 3 different ways to finish your wind spinners. And I've also, oh, right there, look, wind spinners. Amazing ones. So these are granny stitch wind spinners in a whole bunch of amazing colors. So that was more fun than you would think. I'm like, I don't need a wind spinner. Everybody does wind spinners. I don't need a wind spinner. And then I went hog wild making wind spinners because just so much fun. Stash busting, mixing your colors, no commitment. It's a half-hour project at best. It takes no time. If maybe an hour, hour and a half, if you're a very beginner, beginner, still super easy to do in one afternoon. And you have something so fun. And then you're like, oh, wait, I can do it again, in different color combination. Because color is everything. So it was more fun than you'd think. So I have my 3 different borders are all in my garden. I put them outside for them to take pictures for the video, and then I just left them out there because they're so nice to just look at in the garden. Every time I drive into the driveway, I'm like, oh, wind spinners. I mean, they're so cute. And then I have 7 here in the yarnery, and I just really like looking at them. I just hung them up on a curtain rod as I was making them, and then I just haven't moved them. And yes, I bang my head into them when I just walk in. It's you're just kind of dodging them, but it's worth it. They're so nice to look at. So then when we're relaxing in the yarnery, looking over here, I'm always kind of picking a new favorite. I'm like, oh, I really like the green to yellow. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it has to be the blue to purple. And then I'm like, no, it's the one, the orange to pink to black. So it depends, but all the color combinations, it's just so, it just gets crochet right back to creativity, which is the sweet spot that I fell in love with when I started crochet. More about that later if I remember. I hope I do. Okay, so those are some of my finished objects. I also have more. I have to go get them. They're in a container over here. Where are they? Most of them are here. One more over here, sorry. Right. Oh, wow, it goes all the way around. Yeah, well, I found it. Okay. Ha! Okay, I hope that didn't make you too nauseous. I gotta sort through it. No, it won't look up. Okay, hold on. Now this is gonna give you a hint of an upcoming family update. What's that? What's that? Do you know what it is? It is a dog sweater for an 8-week-old toy poodle. So cute, right? So this is my very first one, started me on a bender. My second one, what was my second one? This is my second one, just in pink. Oh no, this was my first one. Was it my first one? I think pink was my first one. So this is my first one. just pink. I think I made this little thing underneath the arms like in the wrong spot and too skinny. So I moved it a little closer to the top and made it wider. So that's number 1. Number 2. Number 3 I started, and then I'm like, that is just way too big. It's still attached to the yarn, but like that is not 8-week-old toy poodle. So that's still a whip. Then I'm like, let me do another, like even wider band to go over. Probably needs 2 buttons on that side. Oh, this one's really cute actually. Da, da, da. It has a little flip down collar, which is like super cute, but I haven't finished it, but I could finish it. I just have to like go around and put the buttons. But then I got an even better idea. I have a bunch. Where's my other one? She wears this style. So it's probably, it could be anywhere really. Da, da, da. Now this is not my best. This is my first prototype. It's all wrong in all sorts of places. It's supposed to look like that, but it looks like that. It's like a hot mess. So, but it's a good idea and it got me started. This is the same idea. So her little armholes there. Do, 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 do. This is in milk cotton. This is really cute. Not as cozy. Now we're having winter here, so I have her in more cozy sweaters than this. Now this is how it's supposed to be. I stash busted. So the smallest amount is a tiny ball of yarn, but it got me 2 rows almost. I fudged there. I had to change color for the last cluster, but that's okay. It's underneath her neck, so I mean, it's fine. And just kind of squared it off along the bottom with some shells. It's really cute. So this little beauty, this is like the perfect sweater for her right now. She is 9 weeks, and that is the perfect sweater. So that's what I've been up to, making dog sweaters. Like not one a day, but you know, kinda. So this is just my constant whip basket. I did find this little cute jacket. It's way too big for her at a thrift shop, like a secondhand store. So just for like an idea of like what shape it's supposed to be. But I'm going with this style right here because you don't have to button close it. You don't got to do anything. And it looks fancier. Like it looks like you tried with the knitting. Do you know what I mean? Or you tried with the crochet. Did I just say knitting? My husband still calls it knitting. He's like, oh, you're knitting again. I'm like, anyway, yes. But isn't that the cutest thing? So loving that. It just looks like, it looks fancy. It looks like, oh, wow. More than like, oh, nice double crochet. Do you know what I mean? Like that one looks like double crochet. And this looks just kind of like, wow. So that's what I've been up to with that. Now, those are my finished objects. My whips. Okay, so now I have to go in. I gotta go get it again. I really could have brought all this over. I really should have. So, let me start with why. I got the cutest dog bed. Look how cute that is. So it is like a mustard velvet, and then so the pillow is velvet on one side and this cute fabric on the other side. And it has even gold, what do you call that? Is it ribbing? Gold ribbing around the edge of the bed and the edge of the pillow. So it's super cute. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, those colors are actually really good. Like I don't like red, but I still like that. So, is it being silly? So I'm like, what could we do to make something to go with it. Like she's so tiny. You'll see her. She's sleeping. She's so tiny. So I'm like, we need blankets. She's very fussy on the blankets that she will have on top of her, or she just crawls out somewhere else. So I'm like, what if I made a super cute, plus this will look good on a sofa, right? So to have this downstairs with like a blanket to go over top of her that kind of matches this. So let me pop that there. So now I'm showing you my first one in the colors. So it matches-ish. I did swap out the red for pink, obviously. But it's cute, right? I didn't like, so this is my Christmas placemat mandala pattern. What I didn't like is how thick this row is. This blue row here, that row is really chunky. Like it feels like I shoved too many stitches in there, which, I mean, I did. And it also just looks a bit solid, like I wanted it to be a bit more like floppy and blankety. So I started another with half a size bigger hook, and then I just winged it. I didn't follow the mandala pattern. I think it's like, you know, it's an older pattern. So I made a new pattern, and this is like my passion project, because it's like right back into that sweet spot of creativity, and you can just do what you want to do. What I was thinking of doing is like 5 rows at a time kind of thing. Now, not Sophie's Universe or something crazy like that. Literally just like manageable, making either a round blanket or like a rug or whatever you want to do. I used 2 strands of yarn for this. Look at those tails. Yeah, the problem. It's really moving a lot, so I shouldn't show you stuff on the camera, right? I could turn it off so it doesn't follow me. Maybe I should have done that. Okay, well, I don't know how to do it, so I'm sorry about that. I'll figure it out. I'll get better. But I used 2 colors. Now, this is all messed up because, oh, and I'm missing that other one. I ran out. So 1 chenille and 1, it's not chenille, it's velvet yarn. Now, I have a love, not love relationship with velvet yarn. I love it. It's so squishy and soft. What I don't like about it, it just snaps. Did you see that? Did you hear it? Look. Who wants to do that? Who wants to like spend your time crocheting something gorgeous and then anything pulls on it and it just absolutely snaps? So to solve that problem, I'm doing 1 velvet yarn and 1 worsted weight acrylic with it. So the acrylic is going to be strong enough to hold, you know, to take those pulls, and it's not going to snap. So you can spend your time using your gorgeous velvet yarn, but only because it's paired up with a Kenyan, oh, not a Kenyan acrylic, but with an acrylic yarn, like a size 4 worsted weight acrylic. So it gives it that strength. So it won't snap. I turned off face tracking. I don't know how. So now if I move around, it won't make you sick, I hope. Okay, so now you can see the mandala. That's cute, right? And then those are the 2 colors of yarn I used, or the 2 different types of yarn. So now you can see it with the pillow. I tried to do mostly golden. Can you see it? Because I feel like that's the base color of the bed. So I'm using more golden than anything else. Almost every other row, but then not every other row because, you know, it can't be that predictable. But I'm loving it. It's really like so fun and easy to do. So how I'm doing it, how I'm working on it, is I'll just start the next color and I'll just try a few things to see how it works. And then if I like it, I'll frog it back and start proper doing it, like doing the stitch that I like, so that it's not too repetitive. Like there's a shell, there's a shell, there's a shell, there's a shell. No, it's really fun to do. So I'm using, I have 2 different kinds of blue, two turquoises, because I feel like there's 2 turquoises in the pillow. There's a light turquoise and then the dark turquoise. So I only have one turquoise chenille. And the turquoise is chenille, it's not velvet yarn, but I'm still using it because I love it. And then I'm putting it either with a dark acrylic or a light acrylic. So there's two different turquoises, if that makes sense. And then a green, a hot pink, and a golden. So loving that. Not sure how big I want to make it. Like I wanted it like in my living room. So like this is on the sofa and then the bed is kind of on top of it. And it kind of looks like, oh, that's a whole little pet area. So I want to make it bigger than this for sure. Maybe like a meter. But I also thought, wouldn't that just be nice to like have on your bed or somewhere? So let me know if you think doing like not a crochet along, but a crochet along where we do like 5 rows at a time, or like maybe we start with 10 rows one week and then 5 and 3 and 2, so that you're not overwhelmed, but it gives you a little project every week. So if you, and especially if you have velvet yarn, because using the 2 strands at a time, number one, get to use a bigger hook, which is fabulous because your project goes quicker. And then you can also use that velvet yarn in a way that it's not going to break. It's not going to snap if it gets caught on something or anything like that. So if you want to do a blanket or a throw or a rug, whatever you want to call it, a big mandala with me, let me know. And also how many rows you think you would want to do the first week. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe like 6 rows. 6 rows gets you to this hot pink. But I don't want it to be like the same number of rows every week. Like as it gets bigger, it's more work. Like not, I want it to be like a manageable amount of time. So maybe I'll do it and I'll see how long, like it takes me like half an hour to do, or maybe an hour, and that's enough for somebody for a whole, like a week maybe. I don't know, let me know what you think. Even if you don't want to do it, you can also tell me like, forget about it, I don't want to do it. But if you have velvet yarn, yes girl, I have you. Also gentlemen, I also have you. This is what we're going to do with our velvet yarn. I have to sew in all my tails. I have worked over them, so lots of them I can just snip off, but I think I might just take a sharp tip needle and just drag them all back through just so that I know it's like washing machine proof. I don't want any problems with it later. So that's my passion project. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Just because there's freedom, like I don't have to do anything. I can just do what I feel like doing. So I'm really enjoying that. So that is my whips, my FOs, my whips. Oh, crochet hooks. Okay, so now looking back over the last few podcasts, we did my own speed test, which was with me crocheting that big purple, I put it away, that big purple, or not big, but that long purple swatch, and just testing how long each hook took me to use, which was, clover was still the fastest, which yes, but I'm also used to crocheting with a clover. I've used them for like at least 9 years, like solid 100% all the time. And I've crocheted a lot. Like I've replenished this yarn, well, I'd say twice. So a lot of experience with a clover hook. So for me, obviously it was the fastest, but there was also Jinlan hooks, which I was super impressed with. And the other hooks, let me go and get the jar, because I remember all those gorgeous hooks. What are you going to do with them? Are you, all those things. I'll show you what I did with them. As promised, I found a jar at my local grocery store. Like a clear one. Lots of them had texture on the outside, and I wanted just flat glass so we can see those beautiful hooks inside. And now I've washed it, dried it, ready to put some hooks in. I'll put the heavy ones in first. So here is my gorgeous art. Look how cute that is. So all those hooks are in this cookie jar, which I found at like my local grocery store. They had a bunch, but they were like textured glass, and I didn't want textured glass. I wanted clear glass because I want to see inside. I want to see all that beauty in there, and they fit just perfect. Like, look inside there. Dee, dee, dee. Isn't that fun? It's so good. So that's where they sit. It's like my art. I like looking at them. And then we had, oops, that was me, don't touch the table. And then Litza and Anthony and Tanea and Rachel all picked their favorite hooks, which was very interesting. And I think Anthony was definitely leaning towards the furls, because after I finished filming and had everything kind of like, packed up, he sat there with the furls for a good 10 minutes just crocheting. So that is 1 point for furls, which I have to tell you about. It happened. I think Anthony really likes it. Also goes to show, if you don't know how much they cost or have no basis for value of money, yeah, he loved it. He thought it was cute. He liked how it looked. He liked how it felt, and he crocheted with it by choice. So that was interesting. And my favorites, let me get my favorites. Oh, see, that's good. It didn't follow me. That would have made you seasick for sure. Boop. Do you recognize those beauties? This and this. So this is my cute little creamer in my carnival glass. Isn't it charming? I just think it's so cute. So I got a cute little jar, my idea of a cute little jar. And look, I've been collecting. I don't really use this one. This is my stack of beauty right there. So I have ordered all the different woods of Jinlan. Yes, there is a difference. There is a difference in these hooks. So I was going to do a video explaining the difference between the 3 types of wood. 4 types of wood, sorry. Yes, sir. There are 4 different types of wood. The other thing to note, sorry, I'm using the table again. Okay, there they are. Is they all have a different feel to them. Like a different smoothness of the wood. So those are the 4 hook options. This is the green sandalwood, the blood sandalwood, the de blah 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 one. I don't know how to say it. I don't even know the word right now, but it's like de blah blah blah. It's a 2-word color for the wood. And then this is the ebony. It is not real ebony. It is purple rosewood or something. It's just sustainable hardwood from Africa. But it looks, they're marketing it as ebony. It is not ebony, so don't worry about that. So I have all 4 of these, plus I have the resin one. So that is pretty much kind of like a tulip, but a bit wider in the thumb rest. It's a bit wider in here. There is smaller ones. There's like a cat one, there's a jade kind of one, but they only go up to 4 millimeters. So I was thinking maybe I should order those just so I can have them to share with you. I think they're for pencil grip because they're much shorter in the handle. But I think if you were like crocheting like that, it might be very pleasant to crochet with. And they only go up to a 4 millimeter, but I could get those just to see them. The other thing I've heard, and you tell me if you've had this experience as well, if you are like a lace knitter or you use like fingerling yarn or like thin yarn and smaller hooks, that you do it with a pencil grip. So you can be a knife grip for like chunky yarn and like all the things, sweaters and stuff that we make, but for fine yarn, thin yarn, that it's pencil grip because you can get into those little stitches easier. So I think the short handles, there's one like a little cat paw at the top, There's one with a fishtail at the top. I think they're for little lace. They only go up to 4 millimeter. So I think they're for little, like for lace work or for doing smaller things. But I thought maybe we should try those as well. And then we can also compare them to Clover, and you can see the difference in all of the hooks that Jinlan has to offer. And oops, that was me again. And see which one you would be interested in trying, if at all. Maybe they're not for you. I get it. For me, I love them. It makes me feel very happy. I still have my Clovers, although I don't use them. I use these. It just makes me feel not special, like spoiled. I feel like, oh, look what I get to use. And then if I don't have a Jinlan hook to use with my project, or if it's in a whip basket or something, I just won't crochet it. Like I'm using a 6.5 for my mandala. If I was using Clovers, I'd probably use a 7, like easy, but I'm like, I'm gonna use a Jinlan. They only go up to 6.5. Other problem with Jinlan. So they are linked in the description box down below. I'll link them all for AliExpress. AliExpress delivers pretty much almost everywhere in the world, and for me that's been the cheapest. If you are shopping on Amazon, you can get, it's called Mimosa something, and that is the blood sandalwood. It's the same thing as the blood sandalwood. But if you want to know my favorite out of all these and all that, I'm thinking I could do a video about that, and especially like the differences between these hooks and between these hooks and between Clover, Tulip, or I think those 3 are probably the main crochet hooks that we are using as a community. So let me know if you're interested in that, or if you're like, oh my gosh, so much hook talk, like just stop it. You can also tell me that. Let me know in the comments. I'm flexible. We've also done nooking. Oh, I have to hop up and get that too. Nooking, I think I have that on this side. Rachel and I did nooking. It was harder than I thought. Okay, well the nooking part, the knitting part, or what is it, the stocking stitch? No, what is it? There's knit and purl. So knit stitch is easy enough. You can knit the knit stitch, fine. Purling, there's a trick to it. You have to do a twist. You have to I don't know, there's something about it that is, I'm not saying complicated, but there's a technique to it that is much slower for me. Would I nook? I would nook a dog sweater. I think it'd be so cute and not overwhelming project. You'd be like, do, 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 do. I've also heard nooking in the round is easier than nooking back and forth. I don't know. Let me get my nooking so you can see how far I got with nooking. Now, also the nooking hook, I bought a bunch of these. I probably have like a dozen of these now. This is the aluminum. It's a crochet hook, but it has a big eye at the end. You just tie yarn to it. I have the nooking set, which I used for the video. I prefer the good old aluminum crochet hook, nooking hook. They're cheap. They are like $1.50 on AliExpress. Might be even cheaper than that. So you can get a set of 3, or you can find just a 6 milli. So I have a variety. I literally bought a handful of them, like a full handful. I'm like, spend 20 bucks, right? Like, you know, just budget, like, you know, 20 bucks, 2 crochet hooks, right? I probably got like 20 nooking hooks. So let me show you my progress as best I can. Give me some more space. Okay. So this is my starting out, my knitting stitch, which works out. You can knit both ways, knit, knit, knit. Oh, then this is I was trying to do purl. Purl's harder than you think. I went back to just knitting because that's easier. Then I just did my own thing. So this whole part here, I was really proud of myself. I was dark out. I was watching TV. I'm like, this is great. I'm just going to keep the yarn in front, and I'm just going to like crochet, like just normal with the yarn in front. When the yarn's behind, which way does it go? With the yarn behind. No. Yeah, with the yarn behind. Oh, I don't know. With the one that's complicated. Whichever way you have to hold the yarn. And then I was just going through it, but I wasn't doing the twist. But it was really fast, really easy, but it does not look like knitting. It looks like this, which I don't mind. I think that kind of looks interesting. I don't think it looks bad. Is it what you need? No. So I changed to do what I'm supposed to do. And this is like the stocking stitch. So I think, I really shouldn't tell you what it is, but it's the flat side, the purl. So you purl, this is the purl stitch, and then this is the knit stitch. So one side has all the bumps, and one side is supposed to be flat. Without that cool waffle thing, which I like. So if you want to nook and you don't mind this, go for it. That's so much easier. But you need a twist in it or something, I don't know. So that's as far as my nooking journey has gotten me so far. But Rachel is going to be coming over. We both ordered more nooking needle or hooks. We both ordered these aluminum jobbies. So she has hers, I have mine. We are going to have another nook off, or we're going to nook again. Now, Rachel does not live in the same town as me. She's about an hour and a half away. So, but I do have all the bigger stores where I live. So whenever she comes to town and has enough time, we'll try to like get together and do nooking part 2. We'll see how far we've both gotten with our nooking skills. But it was really interesting just to try it out and see. For me, because I already can knit, I think it might be easier to knit. It might be faster for me to knit. As Thomas says from Totally Fierce Crochet, he's like, if you can knit, knit. If knitting's trouble, like hard for you, then nook. And I'm like, that's true. So it's like, if you're knitting, there's no need to nook. But if you're crocheting and you're struggling to knit, go ahead and nook. Or if you're learning to knit and you're struggling, go ahead and nook, I think is the gist of it. But I thought that was all very interesting as well. Now, a future crochet project. Now this goes Donna, my friend Donna. She's here. Hi, Donna. Years ago, she bought a pattern for, do you know the quilting patterns you can get? But it's like the wedding ring pattern. They're like interlocking rings, and it's, you know, it's an old-fashioned quilt bedspread that's gorgeous and typically gifted to like the married couple or the bride, like on their wedding. It's like a lot of work. It's a very ornate and interlocking and, you know, circles and squares. It's like difficult. I bought a bedspread, like an embroidered? It's not embroidered, stitched. Like it's a cotton bedspread, but it has like machine stitching on it to make a design. And I put it for Rico's cage, or his crate, I should say, because, you know, his crate's pretty big. So I was looking at it and I was like, isn't that the interlocking like wedding ring pattern? Anyway, in my mind, I can see it into 2 different pieces that you could just make and put together. So in my mind, I'm mulling that. I'm mulling a simplified, easy, but still complicated, but like pretty wedding ring pattern, interlocking wedding ring pattern. Now, if you know the proper name for it, which I'm sure you do and I don't, let us know in the comments so that we can know what we're talking about and people could Google the image, because I think that would be like so fun to do as we get closer to fall. It's July, can you imagine? Anyway, let's not talk about that. So, family updates. Where's my baby girl? She's sleeping. When she wakes up, I'll show her to you. Got the tiniest, weeniest, cutest little toy poodle. Literally so cute. Got her at 8 weeks and 2 days. She is so tiny, and she was like so bony, and like you're scared of like breaking her. Like, are you holding her too tight? Is she choking? Like, is she too cold? There's a lot that goes on with a toy poodle. I thought, you know, it's still like a dog, like rugged, not rugged. Very delicate, very, very friendly, very sweet, very loving. Literally, like, it needs everything that a baby needs, a toy poodle needs. Like, a lot of maintenance. Like, they have to wash their face in the morning, like, a lot of care. Like, what do you call it? Like, you have to dote on this dog. It's a lot of doting. And it was my husband's dog. I have Rico. Rico's my dog. Always wanted a Cane Corso. Love Rico. Yes, he loves the puppy. They're another story. My husband's like, I'm gonna get a toy poodle, and I'm like, you should get a bigger dog, right? Anyway, he's like, anyway, guess who has 2 puppies now? Me. I have a toy poodle, adorable. I have a Cane Corso, also adorable. Now my Cane Corso, Rico, he is what I want to say. Is he getting to be 10 months? He might, 10, but yeah, he's 10 months now. He is adorable. He still has his cone on his head. Churchy bit him in the ankle. Didn't break the bone or anything, but made a hole in his little puppy soft bone. And then in the holistic care from the vet, they were like, oh, let's just, like, it's fine. It's not, he's not, and he didn't complain about it at all. But turns out the vet didn't want to do crazy antibiotics to start because he's a puppy and it can interfere with natural immunity or whatever. Anyway, it turns out, basically, long and short, infected, bone getting eaten away, a hot mess, literally hot mess. Antibiotic, I had to do like the whole biopsy to find out the bacteria. It's some super virus or super bacteria that's not susceptible to every animal, antibiotic. Anyway, he's on like very fancy human antibiotics, the only one that will attack what was attacking his bone. And then he had a separate one on the skin. So he's on 2. One for the bone, one for the skin. It's healing. He's getting better. 2 more, the bone's filled in, thank goodness. The bone's filled in. But 2 more weeks of a cone, and I feel like he's just had a cone like his whole childhood. He's very good at navigating with the cone. Like, he's fine with it. He's such a sweet dog. And the vets just, like, they love him. They're like, where's Rico? Like he's such a sweet dog. Like, if you tell him to take a pill, he's like, okay, I'll take a pill. Like, he's so agreeable. So now he has a puppy. He's huge. She's tiny. So they kind of play in between. If one of them's in a crate, they'll play with each other that way. So, and then he licks her. She can basically sit on his tongue. He's like, his tongue is that big and she's that big. It's crazy. So on a good note, it's unleashed dog sweater possibilities left, right, and center. I'm like, oh my gosh, you could have a dress. Oh, we could have overalls. Oh my gosh, yes. So that's really good for crochet as well. Crochet inspiration. What else? Mirror Trip Check Life, guess what? Turned 20. Now, the sweet thing, there's a lot of sweet things about Mir. But the sweet thing about Mir, so it's his 20th, the kids have school, husband's working, I have a puppy. Like, Rico's okay outside now, but I mean, now I have a little puppy. So I'm like, well, what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to hang out with your friends. You want to do this? He's like, I'm not hanging out with my friends on my birthday. Hey, I want to hang out with you. And I'm like, oh, how sweet is that? So we went quad biking for the first time. Hadn't gone quad biking. He hadn't gone quad biking either. We went to a tea farm up in the hills, in the Kenyan foothills, and went quad biking through a tea farm. It was so fun. Like, it was really just a really fun thing to do. I'm going to go back with all the kids because they're all going to really enjoy that. But it was just really nice spending like quality time with Mir. We went for lunch. We had sushi and sashimi and tuna pancake. That's his favorites. And we just had like such a nice time together. So that was really great. 20, so he's going to uni. He's still picking. He has until July 15 to pick, but it's between Edinburgh or Bath. Only 10% battery. Oh, I better hurry up. Oops. So he's picking between those two. If your kids have gone to either of those, let me know. I would tell him definitely go to Scotland, but the reviews for University of Bath for chemical engineering is fantastic, and it's like a smaller campus. And he's saying as long as you got into Edinburgh, you don't have to go there, or Edinburgh, you don't have to go there, you just had to be able to get in. And I'm like, that's true, but she'd also graduate from there. So let me know your thoughts on that, Bath or Edinburgh. There's others, but those are his top two he's picking from. And the rest of the kids home for summer holidays. So 2 months, I'm pretty much going to be putting out a video on Sundays and crocheting and just enjoying my kids before Amir like leaves us and the kids go back to school and like all that stuff. So it's kind of like my summer holidays too, I guess. I just don't want to miss anything with the kids while, you know, I still have them. It's like my last 60 days of having them under the same roof. So that is going to be my focus. Plus, of course, dog every day. Which gets me to cleaning up again, as always. Now, I clean up. I feel like I clean up like so many times, but then I look around and I'm like, girl, you have not done it. You might think you have cleaned up, you have not. So Mir he's not asthmatic, but he has allergies to dust and all this stuff. So I had to get all this stuff out of his room, which is now just kind of like right out that door. Just sitting there. Where do you put it? I've made collecting boxes to like box up his stuff. So like then I'm like, where do I put the boxes? I have all my finished crochet stuff. I'm like, where do you put all of that? I have stuff for swimming. It's winter. We're not going swimming. Where are you putting all that? So this whole family room, which is right past this door, is just full of junk. Like, I'm like, what? Like, it's a lot. Like, I really need, like, if you had an attic or a basement or a spare room with shelves all the way around, that's what I need. But I'm going to fit it into this house somewhere. I just have to actually do it. So that's my plan this summer also. And saying summer, it's our winter. So I got to wear sweaters. I'm wearing Uggs. Like, it's officially wear everything you own. It's freezing cold. I even stitched 2 blankets together to make a poncho. Like, I look like Yoda, but like big Yoda. Just going around. It also sweeps the floor. Like, it's cold. For me, it's cold. So with all the things, plus all the puppy things. I have all of Rico's big size puppy stuff. Now I have all of Chewy's puppy stuff. Chewy's tiny. So, and she has a wardrobe. So I need like closet space. I need organizer baskets. I need shelving. I need a spot for like organized dog stuff because apparently that's my lifestyle. Don't know where it is, but that gets me to a whole bunch of like, you gotta clean up, like put the hook down, put the yarn down. I keep the dog in a sling. She's great in like a baby carrier. She's really great. So let me get her so you can see her. She's sleeping in her garlic, I think. No, she's not in her garlic. This is her garlic. Normally she's sleeping in there, but she's not, which means she's underneath the bed. Come say hi, girly. Come say hi. There's Chewy. Say hi, Chewy. There she is. This my baby girl. This Chewy. Hi, Chewy. She's got the wheeze. She's got the cough. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. Are you good? So that's Chewy. She has to pee. So when she wakes up, she got to go pee. Got to put her on her grass. There she is. And that's her cough. It's from the breeder. They cleaned the room with bleach, I guess. I'm going to put on her. We're going to try your new sweater, baby. Hey, Chewy. Where's your face? Look up. Look up. Way up. There you go. Okay. She's starting. Then, yeah, there she stands, and we would do her arms. How are we going to get your arm out, baby? And then my daughter's like, she's going to have such a hard time learning her name because we call her so many different things. Nugget, biscuit, baby. Okay, look. I'm going to pull it down. Get your arm out. There you go. Oh, who knows your size? It's your mama. Here, get your tubby in. There you go. There, look at that. You're the cutest, baby. You're the cutest. Okay, so that's Chewy. You're adorable. Should I can flip your collar down. Let me flip your collar. It's a tall collar for a little girl. There we go. So flip the collar down. Fits her nice on her little belly. Get your feet here, girly. There you go. Okay. Now she's going to go play. Go play, girl. She's probably going to go back. Are you going to go in your garlic? No, she's coming back over. You come here, girly. You can stay with me. You can stay with me. Anyway, so this is what we're doing now. This is the Yarnery, summer 2026. And this whole area, let me show you her, it's just a hot mess. The whole place is a mess. Look what's happened to the Yarnery. Can you see that? All my white curtains had to go down because I bought new ones and they were, they had a smell to them. And I thought that might be bugging her throat. So I put up sheets, a pink one and an orange one because that's what I had. She's got her area here with a humidifier, grass, a humidifier inside, a warm mist humidifier, grass, her beds, extra blanket so the cold air doesn't come down and chill her. So she's there at night, like for half the night. The other half of the night, she's here on the bed because she's so cute. So that's the, look how messy that is. Basically my whole life is messy. I have a lot, of cleaning to do. There we are. So there's Chewy. Love you, Chewy. And that's what's been happening at the Yarnery. So let me know if you have any questions, suggestions, ideas in the comments down below. And I'm wishing you a fantastic summer 2026 as well. And I'll be waiting for you in the next video. I want to say it's up here, but then it's over there. So I'm going to say here. And then you can also tell me if I'm wrong again. Okay, stay hooked. Okay, I think it's working. I don't know. Okay. Whew. Okay. There's no, oh, you're up there. There's no power, by the way. We're in the dark, but it looks pretty good for the dark. Yes, I'm wearing my sweater. Okay, hold on. Ready? Let's start. 191. Okay. Hi, it's Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome. Okay, don't do that. Oh, bloody silent. Oh no, I shouldn't put it on Do Not Disturb. That might be a bit harsh. I am expecting a delivery. Let's put it on vibrate. I'm expecting it. We'll get into it. I'm expecting a delivery. Okay, now. Hi, it's Christa at the Secret Yarn. Did I do my hair? I didn't, right? How bad is it? I can't see a thing. Okay, we're just gonna pretend. Okay, fine. Hi, it's Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast. Do I have sound? I think so, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do I have to do? I have to turn off tracking. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Hold on. I'm gonna start and stop again. Okay. Oh, now I gotta move it. Sorry. Is that working? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You're the cutest. Are you sleeping? I'm gonna woke you up. I did, baby. Do you like your new sweater? I think it fits you pretty great. I think it fits you pretty great. Okay, stay hooked.